Year of the Snake, what everyone is missing. They're calling it the Year of the Dragon. Here's what the ancient texts actually reveal about 2025. Listen to me. This is Lady Janice speaking truth. Y'all are being lied to. Everywhere I look, people are calling 2025 the Year of the Dragon. Facebook posts, Instagram, TikTok. Christian influencers talking about dragons and power and victory. Stop. 2025 is not the Year of the Dragon. That was 2024. 2025 is the Year of the Snake. And honey, when I went digging into what the ancient texts, the Dead Sea Scrolls, the Ethiopian Bible, the Book of Enoch, the Aramaic manuscripts, when I went digging into what they actually say about serpents, my spirit got shook. Because what God is revealing about this year, about the snake year, about what's happening in the spirit realm right now. Nobody's talking about it, but I'm about to. The serpent you think you know is not what you think. Let me take you back to Genesis 3. You know the story, the serpent, the garden, the deception, the fall. But here's what they didn't teach you in Sunday school. That wasn't a snake. Stay with me now. The Hebrew word that changes everything. The Hebrew word in Genesis 3, 1 is Nachash, Hebrew nun, Hebrew Hebrew kate, Hebrew shin shindot. Now your English Bible translates that as serpent or snake. But let me tell you what Nachash actually means. 1, the shining one. 2, the gleaming one. 3, to shine like polished brass. The International Standard Version actually translates Genesis 3, 1 like this. Now the shining one was more clever than any animal of the field. Not a snake, baby, a shining one. What the Book of Enoch reveals. Now let me take you into the Book of Enoch, preserved in the Ethiopian Bible for thousands of years, while Western Christianity removed it. 1 Enoch 6:8 tells us about the Watchers, the angels who fell. These were seraphim, Hebrew shin, Hebrew asindot, Hebrew resh, Hebrew Hebrew pe, which means burning ones, fiery serpents, shining winged beings. Isaiah 6:2-6 describes them. Above him were seraphim, each with 6 wings. With 2 wings they covered their faces, with 2 they covered their feet, and with 2 they were flying. And they were calling to one another, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord Almighty. The whole earth is full of his glory. These are not garden snakes, beloved. These are divine beings, serpentine, shining, angelic creatures who stood before God's throne. And one of them fell. Revelation 12, the serpent unvled. Let me show you something that will blow your mind. Revelation 12:9. The great dragon was hurled down, that ancient serpent called the devil, or Satan, who leads the whole world astray. He was hurled to the earth, and his angels with him. Revelation 20:2. He seized the dragon, that ancient serpent, who is the devil, or Satan, and bound him for 1,000 years. You see that? Ancient serpent equals dragon equals devil equals Satan. They're the same being. The serpent in Genesis wasn't a legless reptile. It was a seraph, a shining, serpentine, angelic being who fell from heaven. And 2025 is his year in the Chinese zodiac. Do you understand what I'm telling you? What the Aramaic manuscripts reveal. I went into the Aramaic texts, the Dead Sea Scrolls, the ancient Jewish writings that predate Jesus. They all describe the Nachash as a being who, 1 had legs, Genesis 3:14 says you will crawl on your belly as a curse, meaning he didn't crawl before. 2 shone with light like polished brass. 3 had divine knowledge, knew the secrets of God. 4 could speak and reason, intelligent, not animal. The Jewish Encyclopedia says this. The seraphim are frequently mentioned in the Book of Enoch, where they are designated as serpents, Delta Rho Alpha Kappa Omicron Nu Epsilon Sigma, and are always mentioned in conjunction with the cherubim as the heavenly creatures standing nearest to God. Honey, we're not talking about a garden snake. We're talking about a fallen seraph, a shining, serpentine angel who rebelled against God. What Newton knew, and the church buried. Sir Isaac Newton, the greatest scientific mind in history, spent more time studying biblical prophecy than he did physics. In his manuscripts on Daniel and Revelation, Newton wrote extensively about the serpent dragon as Satan. Want to learn more? Contact Lady Janice at embracmazng.org. Download PDF full of truth now. Go tell somebody. A Lady Janice. P.S. If this message stirred your spirit, share it. People need to know the truth about what's really happening in 2025. The deception is real, but so is our victory. Subscribe.